BBC Radio Scotland.
Welcome to a grand game of great betrayal. Play it nice, you could end up banished to obscurity. Play it dirty, and you might just come out on top. The ultimate game of treachery and deception. The general election, coming to your screens in 2024.
Happy New Year, Big Labour! Welcome back to Sarwar, Scotia. 2024 is gonna be our year. There's a general election coming, and you can't get a better campaigner than Angela Rayner. Am I right?
Happy New Year to you too, Anas. Now, if Labour are to achieve our objectives this year, it is really, really crucial we all stay on message.
Aha! You've hit the nail on the napper. I want to talk about the big chap, the top cheese, Sir K-Dog. He needs to wind his neck in and wrap his mince patter.
I'm sorry, Anas. Whap his mince patter.
I don't like to use foul language. The T word.
Trotsky.
Thatcher. Sir K was pure talking up the thatch, bumming up the Baroness, and Stormzy's hot take left this guy, that's me by the way, brass monkey called. K-Dog said Mrs T brought meaningful change to the UK. Aye, right across Scotland, she meaningfully changed things to pure Kathy Bates misery. Sir K-Dog needs to meaningfully change his chat.
So you don't share that view, Anas?
Angie, you know me. I'm an on-message kind of guy. But when it comes to sooking up to the Iron Lady, to quote the mighty Meatloaf, I would do anything for Labour. But I will not do that.
And what course of action would you advise?
I know politics and I know dentistry. I have a hunch when something rancid needs extracted, and complimenting the thatch needs pulled, yanked and flung down the stank pronto.
OK, Anas, I will pass on to Sir Keir your desire to distance Labour from the Tories.
Whoa, hold your horses here, eh? Can the Mrs T lovin', but cool the beans when it comes to giving pelters to all Tories. Scottish Labour might need the Blueies to tactically vote out the SNP, but keep that on the down low for now.
I never heard a word. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Hick your hallelujah, Anjo. Tell the boss to floss. And when it comes to the T word, tell the big loon to change his tune.
I'm afraid the council has a problem with our new gritter.
Oh, geez, Christine. It hasn't turned out to be a keyring because you misread the eBay listing, has it?
Oh, don't be stupid, Malcolm. Of course not.
Oh, thank goodness. I couldn't go through all that again.
It wasn't my fault, Alec.
No, the problem is that we've run out of snow-related puns on the names of celebrities. So what are we going to call the new gritter?
Snowy Ball?
That one's been done.
Gritney Spears?
Done.
What kind of gritter is it?
Well, it cost us a fortune and it doesn't work properly.
Michelle Snowne!
Perfect!
On behalf of every single elected official in the United Kingdom, we would now like to make yet another statement on the post office scandal. This time in the form of a song. 2, 3, 4.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and they said he was a rat. Horizon tries to blame him, Royal Mail tries to shame him, but now we think he's a very heroic man.
Just to confirm, this song, like all our statements this week, is heavily influenced by a TV programme.
OK, up and at them, Humza. This year is the year to prove myself as First Minister on the world stage. This is my time to shine. As soon as my lift gets here. Oh, come in.
Thank you, Humza. Let me be clear. It is I, Nicola, and I am here for you.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Nicola, but you're no longer in, government.
I am aware of that, but I have passed my driving test.
What difference does that make?
I am here to take you to work. I am your Uber, Humza.
Oh, great. I'll get my stuff. But how will I recognise your, vehicle?
That would be the camper van parked outside.
You're watching The Sunday Show. Get up on the good foot with me, Martin Geisler, in the TV studio, and down the line in the headphones at the mic is Fiona Stalker on radio. What's the skinny on the fat beats of big news, Fiona?
Hello, Martin. Yes, indeed, do.
TV presenter Carol Vorderman has hit back at Tory politician Sean Bailey after he made comments about her on GB News. She has described him as a consonant, vowel, consonant, and another consonant.
A large bone found in Galway has appeared to prove that woolly mammoths roamed the area more than 45,000 years ago. It's the first evidence of there being a prehistoric dinosaur in the Galway area since Alistair Jacklash visited his constituency.
2024 is shaping up to be a huge sporting year for Scotland, with the Euros on the horizon this summer. The team talisman with 7 goals in qualifying is Manchester United Scott McTominay, proving Stevie Clark can inspire players even if they are not from one of the big clubs.
The missing chip from the Stone of Destiny has been found.
Yes, indeed you do. It was on the Greens MSP Patrick Harvey's shoulder.
King Charles has announced he is to knight Archbishop of Canterbury Justin Welby for his personal service to the crown.
Now knighted, the bishop will be able to move diagonally and also 3 steps forward and jump 1 to the side.
And a Westminster source says the Tory government supported the SNP's free bus travel scheme for asylum seekers, but only if their destination is a Rwanda.
Booth and Didi, you're watching The Sunday Show. Let's both.
Oof!
Mum, I've told you, I'm not interested in darts.
Well, you've only got 3 sets left. Nearly.
I want to be out with my mates playing football or swimming or studying even. My mock exams are soon, I'm failing maths.
Here's some maths for you, son. 117, check out.
We're doing Pythagoras.
Pythagoras never did a 9-darter in his life. Treble 20, 17, double top.
I don't think this is going to help me, Mum.
Oh, where's studying ever got you? That Luke Littler lad's done better for himself at 16 than I ever did at uni.
I'm only 14.
Exactly. You've got 2 years on him, but you need to practice properly. Crowd noise. Boo! You're absolutely useless! You suck! You even played darts before, son! Boo!
What? Is that you putting a voice on, Mum?
That's the crowd trying to rile you. Give a bit back. Cup your hands behind your ears. Flick the V's at them.
But I only threw 10, double 4, 21.
Baby steps, my boy. Now down that pint!
I'm going to my room to do my maths past paper.
Don't you want to make something of yourself, son? I've got you down to play in the pub league tonight against Big Stevie. Wait till I tell your father about this. You'll be grounded for a week. Douglas Ross to see you, Prime Minister.
Oh, wow. Douglas Ross. May I offer my congratulations?
Thank you, PM. Congratulations for what, PM?
For becoming Sir Douglas Ross.
Crumbs? Sir Douglas Ross? I don't actually think I am Sir Douglas Ross, PM. Sorry.
Really?
No.
Oh, Douglas Ross, OBE.
No.
MBE?
No.
CBE?
Not last time I checked.
How extraordinary. But I thought everyone who backed Liz Truss got some kind of gong in the New Year's honours list.
All right. Not me, PM. Nada. Not a sausage.
Really?
No.
But you supported Liz's bonkers plans for the economy. That's got to be good for something.
You remember that?
We remember everything, Doug.
Right. Well, that was flumping ages ago. More recently, I made a New Year resolutions video on social media supporting this current government.
Really? You made a video?
Sure, blumping did. You were in it. It has bagpipes on it and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Bagpipes. Sounds a bit Scotnat, doesn't it? Look, run anything overly Scotch past Lord Cameron in the future.
Sorry, PM.
Right, OK, let's move on to casting. Laura, did you manage to get a lead for the Ferrari film?
Yeah, Adam Driver.
Great choice. And what about the upcoming action thriller about pirates hijacking a P&O ship?
Tom Cruise.
Right. Okay. Well, all we need is a female lead for someone to take in 3 orphans.
One step ahead of you, Jodie Foster.
Laura, are you just casting people based on their names?
No, of course not.
So, the starring role of the marijuana kingpin...
Emily Blunt.
The heroic maker of barrels...
Bradley Cooper.
The cute kids movie about a baby goose...
Ryan Gosling.
Oh, come on!
I am most certainly not casting people just based off their names. And the fact that you're even suggesting that I am is, quite frankly, very offensive.
You're right. I'm sorry. OK, well, this one is a challenge. We need someone to play a knight, the lead in the Tim Martin biopic. You know, the owner of that pub chain.
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, get out!
Okay, guys, the holidays are over, and as First Minister, it's good to be back running the, country. Quick head count before we go any further. Nobody defected or quit government this morning?
No.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Something to work with there. Now, Kate Forbes can't make the meeting due to illness. She says she's sick of working with the, Greens.
Bzz, Patrick Harvey, Minister for Sustainable Collarless Shirts. Regarding Kate, can I just say both cheerio, cheerio and getty?
Okay, moving forward. Joining us at the big table today is my deputy, Cabinet Secretary for Finance and Chief Tax Hiker-Upper, Shona, Robison.
Thank you, FM. I am a pragmatist, and in line with the latest recalibrated fiscal calculations, we have determined that in this meeting we can all have only one custard cream each. Pragmatic solutions to suit modern Scotland.
Delicious. Thanks, Shona. Inspiring. So, it's a new year, 2024, our chance to, secure the big one.
A smaller economic black hole.
Eco-ferries that don't have diesel in them.
The revival of the bottle deposit return scheme, eh?
No, Lorna Slater. I mean the big one. Independence.
That big one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, no, I forget about independence myself sometimes, but it is our, raison d'etre. And we could secure independence this year.
Bzz, how?
Well, the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has announced that a general election will take place in the second half of 2024. And if we do good in that general election, the Westminster government might go and gaze, independence.
Bzz, have we not tried that before?
Well, aye.
We calculate that 5 UK Prime Ministers have so far, Dingy does.
But next time lucky. I mean, that's a phrase, right?
Yeah.
So it might work this time, agreed?
Yeah.
Great! Something to work with there. Right?
I'm Anne McAlpine. This is Reporting Scotland. Former Post Office boss Paula Venables is to hand back her CBE. For this act of service to the British honours system, she is to receive an MBE. Edinburgh City Council are to introduce a £100 fine for drivers parking on the city's pavements. In brighter news, come August, locals can cover the costs of leaving their cars there by renting it as accommodation to travelling fringe performers for £450 a night. A capital cafe where J.K. Rowling famously began writing the Harry Potter books has reopened after 3 years following fire damage. A lot can change in 3 years, and to draw in customers, it now has a sign that says J.K. Rowling wrote no tweets here. As Scotland comes to grips with Blue Monday, the most depressing day of the year, experts have urged people to find the small victories in their everyday lives. For example, now the whole family is back at work and school after Christmas, one roll of toilet paper can last a whole week. Anne McAlpine, Reporting Scotland.
Greetings, forsooth, 'tis I, Alexander Cole Hamilton, Caledonian commander of the Liberal Democrats. And who is this I gaze upon with mine eye? Salutations to you, Alistair Carmichael. How be thee, good sir?
Very well indeed, sire, but of course.
What is the matter of importance upon which ye wish to speak?
I hath seen upon the nation's broadsheets that the A9 duelling project hath been delayed by 10 years to 2035.
Dueling hath always been in my blood. Not only have we duelled with verbiage over the years, but so too have we duelled with swords as an act of sport. Which is it to be? I am a man of action, and am ready to commence proceedings in the customary fashion, the slap of a leather glove upon thine opponent's cheek.
Hold, my liege! For you see, this is not duelling in the sense of the word as you seem to understand it, by sword or by tongue.
Oh, then how so? By blunderbuss.
By diggers.
Daggers, you say?
Nay, by diggers. It is the doubling of the capacity of the road to take traffic between Inverness and Perth.
Zounds! We most Scottish and most liberal of Democrats do not oppose this notion. We care deeply about our voters in the Highlands, and if anyone wishes to oppose our non-opposing, then we can decide it the old-fashioned way, with a duel. ACH, out.
Jason Leitcher, Senior Clinical Advisor to the Scottish Government. You may remember me from such Debbie Downer announcements as shut the pubs and dinna go to the fitba. I'm here to warn you, the delicate Scottish public, to once again stay in the house. Storm Henk is here and he's raging as all hell. Get a week's worth of messages in and sit on the couch. I'm just being told it's only in England and Wales. Never mind. Carry on. Maybe stick a jacket on. It's Baltic out there. Watch out for skitey pavements.
It's Sunday. I'm Laura Koonsberg. I've folded my arms in the title sequence, and now I'm welcoming you to Sunday with Laura Koonsberg. This week, the authorities announced an investigation into the Post Office Horizon IT scandal. I'm now joined by the man at the coalface of lawfulness, Justice Secretary Alex Chalk. Mr Chalk, the Westminster Government is said to be considering ways to speed up justice relating to the Post Office scandal. Critics say you are only acting now because you saw that really good thing about it on the telly.
On the contrary, Laura, is one of a raft of procedures. We've also launched investigations into a pub brawl at the Queen Vic in Walford, organised crime activity linked to the Oyster Cafe in Shield Inch, and a surprising amount of murders all taking place in Shetland.
All ex-Chalk. Thanks.
Welcome to the COVID inquiry. I just want to make clear that nobody will be found guilty or innocent. We just want the truth.
OK.
Today we enter the phase where we move on from politicians and officials to members of the public. Kim Brannigan from Paisley. How often did you use that exercise bike that you purchased on the 28th of March 2020?
To my recollection, I used the exercise bike every single day of the lockdowns.
So why, on the 11th of May 2020, did you send a message to the WhatsApp group titled Girls that you, quote, haven't even sat on it yet and that you were using it to dry clothes on, lol?
Well, COVID was a difficult time for everyone. None of us were prepared for the adverse challenges of a global pandemic.
On June 3rd, 2020, you claimed in one post that you were going to learn Spanish, ergo you downloaded an app, but then proceeded to complete 0 levels of that app.
I believe I was having difficulty accessing my phone at that time.
And yet, you successfully ordered 6 different takeaway meals from 5 separate app-based delivery companies in the week of June 10th alone.
I do not recall any of those meals.
On social media on Friday the 15th, you posted an image of you posing for what appears to be a selfie beside a boona, complete with an oversized naan bread on top of your head.
I have no recollection of that whatsoever.
Damn it! The public have learned too much from the politicians.
There's some great films coming out this year. You going to see Nosferatu?
I haven't seen the first one yet.
Welcome to our discussion about a tourist tax or visitor levy here in Edinburgh. We believe it could raise much needed funds to pay for our recent Hogmanay celebrations.
Yes, we propose a simple 3 or 4% tax per night. Nothing extortionate, because Edinburgh is not a city that fleeces tourists. No.
Agreed. Just a small 4% levy on accommodation. And an extra 1% if you touch grey Friars Bobby's nose.
Yes. Very reasonable. A further 3% if you come from Glasgow tanked up and leave your empty cans on the train.
Oh, and 6% tax if you're on an English stag do and you wear a CU Jimmy hat.
Yes.
And a cheeky wee 4% to the Harry Potter brigade. There's a few too many wands and cloaks clogging up the old town for my liking.
Yes. 1,000 times yes.
And these new tax measures should bring in to Edinburgh's economy an extra £500 million. Just enough to buy the five of us one mug of Glühwein each at next year's Christmas market.
OK, I think it's safe to speak. The authorities don't know we're here. This isn't Star Wars, but it is Scottish politics. So, welcome to this first meeting of the secret Scottish Rebel Alliance for Independence. Let us state our name and our objectives. I'm Kate Forbes, and I just want a better, more traditional future for Scotland.
Ash Regan, I want all Scotland to speak with a voice as loud as one of my tartan jackets.
Alex Salmond, the only First Minister ever to secure an actual referendum, don't you know? My dearest, most selfless wish is for a better tomorrow for the people of Scotland. P.S. Plus my own Chad show on Netflix.
We are Scotland United. For extra secrecy, maybe we should converse in Gaelic. Me vrynyshin Gaelic chavi dunyasabi ilik gar tukshin.
Our party backs the principle of speaking Gaelic, but as of now, we're not fully conversant in Gaelic.
What's the name of your party again?
The Alba Party.
The Alba Party, it's Gaelic.
It's actually pronounced Alba... Never mind. So, what are our plans to get our message over to the people?
Well, I still have a few contacts in television thanks to my time on the big network. Russia Today. I think I could get us on Channel 5, but we might need to talk up our favourite 1980s pop videos.
Ooh, not a problem. Spandau Ballet. Loved those tartan jackets.
And maybe a Scottish version of The Traitors. But you'd need to smile, nod, then stab people in the back.
We can do that.
Excellent. When shall we three meet again?
Let's choose the one place we're least likely to find Hamza Yusuf. His constituency, Glasgow Pollock.
Good morning. Always a pleasure to meet someone new at Kew Branch. Salutations. I hear you secured the new contract to supply items to the government, specifically MI6 espionage.
Hello, 007. The name's Moon. Michelle Moon.
Well then, Ms. Moon, what gadgets and gizmos do you have for me myself?
Do pay attention, 007. Your new mode of transport. Aston Martin, ejector seat, machine gun, front and rear missiles.
Sounds fantastic, but why does it look like a child's plastic tricycle?
Well, obviously we know that is a child's plastic tricycle now.
Supplied by you and essentially useless.
I'm not the only one who supplied stuff to the government, 007. Why don't you go hassle someone else about their supplies, eh?
OK, simmer down. Let's leave the transport situation for a second. I like the look of this pen. Can I assume it's the standard 3 clicks to arm the grenade?
You can assume so, 007, but it is not. Although the pen does have 4 different ink colours, red, blue, green and...
Balderdash. Only the red ink seems to work.
Aye, OK, yes, the pen did cost millions of pounds to develop and deliver, and no, the pen isn't usable in practice, but we only did what we were asked today, and we've no regrets about that pen, so why are you hanging me out to dry here about the pen, eh?
Understood. No subsequent questions on the pen. Do you at least have a new gun for me?
Of course, 007. Small, lightweight, barrel has capacity for 8, easy trigger action, just as you like it.
Splendid. Walther PPK.
No, it's an Nerf Elite. Try not get the bullets wet, the foam's useless if it gets all soggy. I wouldn't recommend playing with it near water, like if you're, say, on a big, massive, huge yacht, for example. Now, if you'll excuse me, 007, I'm off ski now on my leave of absence.
First, there was ABBA Voyage. Now comes a new immersive AI hologram performance experience. Yes, Elvis is back in the building. Coming to London, Vegas, Japan, and the biggest date on the tour. The only place Presley visited in the UK while alive. Glasgow Prestwick Airport.
Well, it can be. I've returned from the dead. Wait, I'm not in the bathroom, am I?
Thankfully not, Elvis. You're back and you are more popular than ever.
I am?
There's been 2 films made about you in the last 18 months.
Both good, I hope. Where the hell am I?
You're at Glasgow Prestwick Airport, Elvis.
Ah, my favorite place on earth. Come on, baby. I'm a tired of talking. Give me that backing track and sing along, folks.
Yes, the massive lifelike hologram of Elvis Presley not only sings, he walks you through the entire Glasgow Prestwick Airport experience, including the shops.
Oh, bless my soul, that's good to see. A massive Toblerone duty-free. A liter of vodka on the tuppence a sup. I'm all boozed up.
Relax. Join the king and enjoy a drink before your flight.
It's not my favorite pub, but it'll have to do. There ain't nothing but a brew dog, but I've got to kill time. There ain't nothing but a brew dog, that'll be fine. And I find a wheel, let's grab it, and if not, I'll have a wine.
The 1432 flight to United States Graceland has been delayed indefinitely.
Oh, dang. Whatever can I do, customer service lady?
We can put you up in the Premier Inn for the night.
Well, if your flight is cancelled and you need a new place to dwell, it's time for another lonely night in a budget hotel. At least it's cozy, baby. At least it's cozy. I love these breakfasts, Scottish fry. I do love a Scottish breakfast, baby. Nom nom.
Elvis has left the airport.
Lordy, Ayrshire bacon, square sausage, hash browns, and a toddy scone. Thank you very much.
You have been listening to Noising Up, starring Karen Barkey, Stephen Buchanan, Zara Janjua, Lana Phaeton and Manjit Sumal. The script was written by Nathan Cowley, Simon Paul Miller, Uttam Chowdhury and John Albiston, David Nuttall, Christopher Stanners, Marie MacDonald, Ian Searle, Tom Worsley, Louis Uchian, Scott Graham, Eve McPherson, Wes Fargo and Rebecca Bain and Alex Garrick Wright. The director was Stuart McPherson. Noising Up is a comedy unit production for BBC Radio Scotland.